Hello, everybody. If I can't type, you have any, good Lord, questions, drop a line here in the chat if you have any questions. Hey, okay, wow, we're not on mute. Just gonna check something out here. Is anyone on the website right now? Oops. No. Nope. Hey, welcome everybody to the site. I'm just going to be playing through Cymbals. If anyone is looking to hear anything in particular, let me know. There's my face. Otherwise, I'm just kind of playing through some stuff. And if you want to hear anything, let me know. First up, this Zildjian that is, let's see if it's on the site. I think it's on the site. This one just came in. It's a 60s A Zildjian, 2442 grams. It is on. It's right on the front page of our website, roundsoundcymbals.com. Hey. I like it. Anyone have any questions? Any questions at all? Anyone? No questions. Okay. If you have a microphone this time. No one. Hey, this cymbal is a Zildjian 60s 20-inch A. It's on our homepage right now. It just came in. I think it's the one that's 2442 grams. Oh shoot. Let me see here. Hey, okay, there we are. That cymbal that I was playing, this right cymbal right here, is a Zildjian A from the 60s. 2442 grams, and it should be on the homepage right there at the front of the roundsoundcymbals.com website. It's really cool. We've heard a ton of these cymbals come through the shop, and this one, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's kind of silvery and very smooth. It's not clangy like a lot of those A's can be super clangy. This one doesn't have that. It's just clean and silvery and super smooth. I really like it, and it might go in the personal collection if no one buys it. I'm gonna get a different cymbal. That's a Zildjian. Let's try something else, see what happens. What else we got here? If there's anything you guys want to hear, let me know. Guys, gals, whoever's out there. Others. Oh, man. Oh, this one's cool. This is is it a 21? Yeah, this is a 21-inch used Bosphorus Master flat. This thing is, not sure how old it is, but it's definitely got the older style logo. I would say somewhere, I would guess somewhere in the 90s. It's got a lot of patina on it, and someone looks like they spilled a beer on it. I don't know if you can see that on there, but this right here. Anyway, it's part of the way this cymbal sounds now. Let's hear this one. This one would sound better with a sizzle. I'm going to grab a sizzle chain. Sizzle chain, sizzle chain, sizzle chain. Where is it? Here's one. This is a stack ring percussion sizzle stick is what he calls them. Let's hear what that sounds like. cool cymbal. Sounds a lot like a flat ride, but you know, smooth like a Bosphorus. Very nice cymbal. What else do you guys want to hear? Anybody? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let's take that away. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. No, this one's a cool one. This one is actually, it is a Bosphorus. It has some syncopation hammering. This was one I got when I was at the factory, and they had one similar to it, and I had them make one for me. It's got a syncopation hammering, and then it's got a patina on it like the 1600 series, but it's also got the slightly flanged edge. I don't know if you can see that here. See if I can figure out a way to show that. It's it just comes up slightly, super slightly at the edge of at the very edge of the cymbal. It's, you know, instead of a kind of the umbrella shape, it just goes whoop, right at the end, kind of like this old Sabian sound control, or like a China, but not quite as drastic as a China. Anyway, and it's got this kind of deep hammering at the edge too, as you can see. This one, what are we calling this one? Syncopation Patina Swish. Ooh. Syncopation Patina Swish. It's a custom cymbal, and the good folks at Bosphorus were happy to make me another one. It sounds really cool.
Interesting. For that one. Trying out new cymbals. See if there's anything in here that is jacked on. This one is sick. Is this a 19? 19. For those of you that just joined us, this is an RSC Oaktown. It's a 19-inch. I guess you'd call it a crash ride. It's more of a crash, but 1350 grams. Super hammered. Kind of quick and trashy, but not too vacant of soul. It has some flavor to it. Some of that modern trashy stuff is just like pack and gets out of the way, but this one's got a little soul to it. Not a bad cymbal. Try something else. What else we got here? Sure, anyone. This might be better. Let's try 19.
This one is at 1322 grams. This is the Oaktown Sideshow series. Oaktown Sideshow, a 19-inch crash. This one lathed and buffed on top, obviously, heavily hammered. Lathed and buffed on top, and then Turk style bottom. So meant to be kind of quick, fast, get out of the way, super quick crash. Again, that's the RSC Oaktown Series 19-inch crash, $218 American. Pretty sweet for a hand-hammered cymbal. What else do you guys want to hear? Anything else? You want to hear anything particular? Anyone want to hear anything particular? Let's see. What about this? You guys heard this? Okay, so that last one was buffed, not lathed on the top, and then a Turk style bottom. This was a Turk style top. This is an Alla Turca Hakan Fidan Master Series. Unlathed on top, Turk style top, and then smooth pin lathing on the bottom. This is a 19-inch. They've labeled it as a paper thin crash, and it's $292 American. Let's see what this one sounds like. Okay. And, well, here we go. That's an Alla Turca Hakan Fidan 19-inch paper thin crash. Anyway, it's a killer cymbal. Lathe on top. I'm sorry, not lathe on top. Smooth lathing on the bottom. Super smooth on the bottom. Unlathed top. Hakan Fidan Master Series. It's a killer cymbal. Let's find another one. What else do you guys want to hear? Let's see, you want to hear something weird? It's not necessarily weird, but this is an older one. Let's look at this one. This is a, for those of you in the know, this is a Istanbul pre-split 18-inch Turk ride. So this is before Mehmet and Egop split. They were just called Istanbul cymbals. And you can kind of see it there. It says Mehmet and Egop on the bottom there. Someone has riveted it. Maybe it was original. I doubt it. But anyway, 18-inch, pretty thick cymbal. Let's listen to it. is an 18-inch pre-split Istanbul with 3 rivets in it. It's 18-inch Turk series. Turk right, it is heavy. 1896, almost 1,900 grams. So plenty of stick definition. Stiff as a board. There's no bend to this one at all. But you can see it's Turk style, top and bottom. Totally cool cymbal from a time when Istanbul was just getting going before they split. Anyone have any questions, drop them in the chat, and I will answer your questions. What else? What else? What else? What is this one? Oh, yeah. That's sound creation. We are now, let me see what else we got here. Looking for, let's see. Bringing out a, this is a Leon cymbal. Leon cymbals. There's no markings on it. There's markings on the bottom here. This is the bottom. You can see Leon cymbals. Leon was making cymbals. He made cymbals for Impression and Leon cymbals, obviously, and maybe a few others. Maybe he's OEMing for a second. He's still making cymbals. He makes cool stuff. Anyway, this is a used one. It's called a modern vintage. It's a 20-inch ride. It's 1,800 grams, and it's cool. It's got a super low profile. I don't know if you can see that, but the profile is super low, meaning it's going to have a kind of a lower pitch, lower fundamental pitch. It should anyway. I say all this, and then we'll actually see what happens, but it should be a lower pitch cymbal. Let's see. Yeah, it's got some like flat ride type tone to it, but a little more clear. Cool cymbal. Leon, used Leon cymbals, modern vintage. It says how he calls it? Yeah. Modern vintage 20-inch ride. Leon cymbals, used one. Very cool. Now we're going to go look for something else. Drop a line in the chat if there's anything you guys want to hear. If you guys want to hear anything, let me know. We're just testing out stuff. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. Let's see what else we got here. No. Let's see. This is a used Timothy Roberts. Tim makes great stuff. This is a Tributary series. 20-inch cymbal, 1905 grams. Used Timothy Roberts. Let's see what this guy sounds like. bells feel like really detached and just like a bell, like a ship's bell, like clang. This one's really integrated and it kind of activates the rest of the cymbal. So there's the tone of the cymbal, and then you hit the bell. You can hear the cymbal really speak. It's really kind of integrated within the sound, and it activates the rest of the cymbal. Unlike other cymbals where it just kind of activates just the bell. Anyway. That is a used Timothy Roberts 20-inch tributary, 1,905 grams. 1,905 grams. Very cool. Drop a line in the chat if there's any cymbal from our site that you want to hear or you have any questions. We're just here playing cymbals till about 1:30 Pacific time. Let's see. This next one is a Istanbul Agop Turk series. You can kind of see it at the bottom there. Turk. Totally unlathed. Turk style. No hammering on the bell. Pretty stiff, I would say. Not a lot of underside hammering. I mean, there's underside hammering, but it's more top hammered. And I would say it's a medium profile. Kind of a more shallow bell. Not too pronounced. So anyway, it should have some good projection. 2176 grams. It's a 20-inch Agop Turk ride. Let's see how this bad boy sounds. Cymbal. Thank you, Agop. Super dry. The Turk, you know, it's going to be dry, but this one, very dry. Man, I might even put like a little piece of painter's tape on the bottom. Get rid of some of that ring and make it just all attack. Be a cool recording cymbal. Cool cymbal. Cool cymbal. Cool cymbal. Let's try another one. Drop a line in the chat if there's anything you want to hear, anything you're looking for, anything you're excited about, anything you're not excited about. Let me know. Let's see. What else? What else do we have? That's a nice one, Sabian. Sabian make great cymbals. Oh yeah. This is a super thin Paiste. It's Masters. Paiste Masters 20-inch thin. I guess you could call it a crash. I don't know. Maybe it's a crash, maybe it's a ride. I guess it depends on how you play it. But at this weight, man, it says $15.95 on the bottom of it in ink. Someone wrote 1595, but we weighed it, and it said 1618 on our scale, so who knows? If you're on a diet, then it's 1595. If you don't care and you eat cookies every day, then it's 1618. Feisty Masters 20-inch thin. Kind of not really like anything else in the Feisty catalog. It's like super thin. And they're, you know, medium to heavier weighted cymbals in general, I think, of Feisty. But this is kind of a bit of an outlier in their catalog. Master is definitely dark. I don't even hear any of, like, in a lot of the Feisty Masters and other stuff, you still hear that glassiness in a Feisty, but this one has none of it. Super muted in the top end. I don't think I would ever write on this one as a ride cymbal, but maybe you would. It's so thin, like you have to, it would be great for playing in libraries and maybe like restaurants where you can't play more than pianissimo. As soon as you start laying into it, it just like starts to take off and the stick articulation kind of goes away, but just if you want to get a big old crash, it's awesome. As a crash, it's awesome. Not so much if you're trying to play it as a ride cymbal. Anyway, what else do you guys want to hear? Hello. Welcome. Drop a line in the chat if you have, I can't type with my fat fingers, if you have any questions. Boom. Oh, man, look, there. Okay, drop a line if you have any questions. It's pretty simple. Feisty Masters 20-inch thin. Used. 518. Man, Feisty. They're not free, that's for sure. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Let me know what you want to hear. Oh, man, that's a good one. Who out there knows Paul Francis? You don't have to know him personally, but who's heard of Paul Francis? Paul Francis worked for a company that starts with the letter name Z. It's not Zoltan Cymbals. It's the other one that you know. He worked there for 32 years, and he made all sorts of cymbals that you know and play and have played. And he's on his own making stuff under the name Cymbal Craftsman. Stuff's incredible. And So if you want a handmade Z cymbal, but with soul, hand hammered by the guy that actually knows how to make them, then get a cymbal craftsman. This one is a used cymbal craftsman. There's the logo. 20-inch EAK style, meaning this was these were made. There's a certain set of cymbals, some Ks that were made when the K factory first moved to the United States in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And there's Ks from that period that kind of don't really sound like anything else. They're particular in their sound. The Ks before them didn't sound like that. Ks now and after didn't sound like them. Anyway, this is what a K sounded like from that time period, handmade by Paul Francis. It is 25 grams. It's a 20-inch EAK style. EAK style. Remember that. It's very important. EAK style 20-inch ride. Super cool cymbal. Super cool cymbal. Oh. How about now? Oh, there we are. Super cool cymbal. Thank you, Paul. Paul continues to make really amazing things. Goes under the name Cymbal Craftsman, in case you don't know him. Check him out. He's amazing. That's a 20-inch Cymbal Craftsman EAK style ride. Awesome. What else do we got? What else are you looking for? Let me know in the chat. If you guys are looking for anything, you guys want to hear anything, let me know. Let's see. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep pulling stuff. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh, man. What about this honkin' Zildjian? Oh, this one's a weird one. What do you guys think of dream cymbals in general? I think they're kind of hit and miss, but you tell me. Maybe you have dream cymbals and you're in love with them. What do you think about dream cymbals? Honestly, be honest. This is a Dream 24-inch Contact series small bell ride, and it's not shy. It's got a little bit of edge rash, but this thing is so flat. Look at the profile. Look at that profile. There's nothing to it. It's almost a flat ride. So when it's this flat, there's no bell. What do you think it's going to sound like? It's going to sound like a flat ride, but a 24-inch one made by Dream. Anyway, I think it sounds pretty cool. Definitely, definitely in a lane. It's staying in its lane. It's not going to do any. It's not going to get crazy. It's not going to do anything more than this cymbal does, which is to say, it's pretty strange. Anyway, this is a used Dream Contact 24-inch ride. I don't know how much it weighs. It weighs more than 2 grams. Whoa! Okay, turn it off the mic. There it is. That's a Dream 24-inch contact ride. Let's find out how much it weighs, because that's not really important, but a lot of people like to know. I don't know how much it weighs. It doesn't even say here. It's heavy. It's like 3,000 grams or something like that. Contact, small bell flat. So they're even calling it a flat ride. It's not necessarily a flat ride because it's got a bell. How can you call it a flat ride if it has a bell? I don't know. But there you go. It does have a lot of flat ride tendencies because the bell is so shallow and it's so, I mean, it's like 2 inches wide, 3 inches wide. It's tiny. So there's that kind of medium stick articulation, and it doesn't really wash out or go anywhere. It just kind of just does that. It's super low pitched because it's a 24. Over here, we have, I think, either a 19 or a 20-inch Masterwork, which is actually a flat ride. There's no bell on this one. The Jazzmaster flat. It's super thin. I'm going to say somewhere in like, yeah, this is a 19. Paper thin flat, so probably like 1,300 grams or 1,200 grams, somewhere in there. Super thin, but let's just compare them. This is a 24, this is a 19, this is a small bell flat. There is actually a bell, and this is just a flat, no bell. So zero projection. Just if you need stick articulation for days and don't want to, you know, don't ever want the cymbal to reach anything more than like mezzo forte, this is your cymbal. It just sounds great. Tons of stick articulation at a super low volume. Kind of a normal medium pitch. This one is just the same thing, but low pitch, lots of low hum. Again, that stick articulation is there in spades, but super cool. Really meaty and low pitched for a 24-inch ride. Anyway, that's the Dream Contact. Small bell flat. Oh yeah, the hernia model. Used $398. Not bad. Drop a line if you want to hear anything, or if you're in the chat, if there's any cymbal that you're looking for, or you want to hear, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep pulling stuff. I'm having fun. Let's see what oh, hey, come to Papa. This is another 24. Let's just stick with 24s for a second. Why not? This is a 24-inch Istanbul Mehmet. Mehmet Legend Ride. This is a used one. Raise your hand if you know why Mehmet has to call this the Mehmet Legend Ride. Does anyone know? Anyone know why they have to call it a Mehmet Legend? ML, Mehmet Legend. ML also is the name abbreviation for Mel Lewis. When Istanbul was Istanbul Cymbals, they were the first ones to make the Mel Lewis cymbal. So Istanbul Cymbals pre-split, they had the Mel Lewis model. After the split, Agop got the name Mel Lewis, and Mehmet, still knowing full well how to make the Mel Lewis cymbal, couldn't technically call it a Mel Lewis cymbal, so they called it a Mehmet Legend. So this is the same thing. If you are looking for a Mel Lewis cymbal and don't want to pay Agop prices, then check out perhaps the Mehmet Legend. It is the same thing. Anyway, that's the Mel Lewis Mehmet Legend 24-inch ride. Exactly the same as a Mel Lewis made by Agop or a Mel Lewis made by Istanbul Cymbals, but they can't call it that because Agop has the naming rights. That means they have to call it a Mehmet Legend. A lot of cymbal. "24-inch used Istanbul Mehmet Legend Ride." I don't know how much it weighs. It's probably like 2,900 grams, 2,800 grams, somewhere in there. It's on our website. Super cool cymbal. Again, if you just got here, let us know if you're looking for anything in particular. If you want to hear anything, drop a line in the chat, say hello. And we're just going through cymbals, just for funsies, because I love cymbals. We're just trying stuff out. So let me know if you want to hear anything. Oh, God. Let's see. Should we stick to 24s? Let's go to something else. Oh, here's a 23. We were trying out a Leon Cymbals earlier, Modern Vintage 20. And we're now going to try out a used Leon Cymbals 23-inch dark ride at 25-30 grams. Totally unlathed. It's a Turk style cymbal, unlathed top and bottom. There's the Leon logo and his little cute little signature up top. Unlathed. There's a ring, one shallow lathing ring, very similar to a company called Bosphorus. Interesting. I wonder if they borrowed that from them. And it's kind of, there's been some, not sandpaper, but something soft has taken off the sheen, so it's, or taken off the crust off the top, so it's not quite as dusty. Anyway, my hands are filthy from touching cymbals all day, but anyway, this is a 23-inch dark Leon Cymbals, super flat profile, should be pretty low pitched and dry. Let's see what it sounds like. My man, PGB Cymbals is here. Love PGB. We're going to play PGB next just because Philippe is here and he has to hear it. Another cool cymbal, Leon Cymbals Dark, 23-inch. It's a very, I would call that a low profile for sure. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is low. Unhammered bell, unlathed, top and bottom. Leon Cymbals 23-inch Dark. Let's find a PGB for our friend Philippe, who is on the stream from Montreal. If you guys don't know Philippe and PGB Cymbals, you're missing out. We're going to play one right now. Let's see. See what we can find here. Here's one. Philippe is great. He's actually trying cool stuff. He's not stuck in the past trying to recreate cymbals that have already been made. I really think Philippe is trying out new techniques and trying to push the game forward. And I really like what he's doing. That being said, here is a PGB good 22-inch ride, 2481 grams. This is from Philippe Rougeau, PGB Cymbals. Let's listen to it. This is a PGB. We're just listening to a PGB 22-inch good ride at 24 and 81 grams. Super cool. Say medium to medium high profile. Good bell. Some good underside hammering. It's not as stiff as you might think. Thin edge. Very cool cymbal, Philippe. Let's see. Let's try another PGB since we're here with PGB. Believe he's on the chat. Hey, if you have any questions, ask PGB. He's here. Ask Philippe. This one is a what is this? Well, it's got some heavy hammering. That's for sure. This is the Car Crash, 19-inch, 1957 grams by PGB Cymbals. Tiny bell. And pretty flat profile, I would say, through most of it. The last quarter of it is where it starts to come down. Cool cymbal. This is not for the faint of heart. Let's hear it. Very cool cymbal, Philippe. Very modern, very trashy, but still with a lot of soul and character to it. Sometimes that modern trashy stuff can just be devoid of any real character. You just overhammer it and it just turns into trash. But this one, he's thoughtful about it, and it's a very, very cool cymbal. There's still some, kind of hard to see with these kind of dark spots. You can see where there's still some unlathed bits to it. Very shallow lathing, but fully intentional. And I just love what Philippe does. He's trying new things, and he's pushing kind of the cymbal making boutique thing forward. And we're very happy to carry his cymbals. Oh, he's there in the chat. Philippe, there I am just singing your praises. You're killer. You got fresh cymbals from us arriving Tuesday. I know. I can't wait. If you guys are looking for more Philippe TGB stuff, it'll be here Tuesday. And it's going to take me longer than that to get it up online. But very cool stuff from Philippe. Let's see. What else do you guys want to hear? Anybody want to hear anything in particular on the website? Let me know. I'm here for another 15 minutes or so, just trying out stuff. Let's see. Let's see what Madame Ruby sees. Oh, here's an old, this is a cool one. Does anyone know Domine? Francisco Domine out of Brazil. He makes cool stuff. It's kind of hard to get him because the tariff thing. But anyway, we have a used dark 20-inch crash of the WOX, W-O-X line of cymbal. This one is 1508 grams, and this is from Francisco Domine out of Brazil. So let's check this thing out. Put that down like that. There it is. Domine cymbals. That little thing right there says WOX. There's a tiny little thing over there that says 20-inch dark crash. Cool cymbal. Let's check it out. Big old saturating crash with a kind of long to medium long decay. Cymbal. Very unlike, there's just not a lot of other stuff that sounds exactly like that. I don't know, it's a cool cymbal. Pretty loose. And a lot of underside hammering to kind of loosen it up. It's not stiff at all. So it shimmers, and then it's kind of a medium long decay. It's cool. Anybody here want to hear anything else? Let me just write thank you, Philippe, because he's awesome. Thank you, Philippe. Did I spell your name wrong? I don't know. Maybe I did. If I did, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do it. Let's try another one. What else? Anybody want to hear anything? Anybody? Quick. What are we looking for? Let me know what you're looking for. Let's see. That was a 20-inch crash. No, that thing's crazy. Oh, this one's nice. This is a. This came into us used. and it was a guy that used to be a drum tech for Dave Weckl. Never heard of him. Who's he? Dave Weckl is a kind of famous fusion drummer. I'm joking. He came up with the Evolution series from Sabian, the HHX. He collaborated with them to make the HHX series. This one is one of the first ones that came off the line. It's not even, it's marked Evolution and it says HHX, but it doesn't have any, doesn't say 19-inch or any of the centimeters or anything like that. So this is one of the first ones, like a prototype almost, that came off the line before they were mass marketed and given to the people in general. But I think this one's cool. It just doesn't sound like the other HHX in general. It's got a, I don't know. Well, listen to it. You tell me what you think. There it is. It's a lot brighter than some of the other stuff, and it's just cool. It's got a shimmer to it that they just don't sound like this right now. So this is one of the first ones they did, and maybe they've changed it a little bit, but it sounds cool. That's a Sabian Evolution HHX 19-inch crash brought to us from a customer who used to tech for Dave Weckl. So he brought this in. He said this is one that he would put on Dave's stand every now and then. And it's kind of an oddity in that it doesn't have any markings on the top saying it's a 19 or an 18 or anything like that. It just says Evolution Crash HHX. So cool cymbal. A bit of a. Oh man, I gotta remember to turn it. There we go. Now we're talking. Are we talking? There we go. Shoot. Anyway, this is a 19-inch HHX Evolution. It was brought to us by a customer that used to tech for Dave Weckl, and he would put this on the stand. This is one of the first ones that came out before they started really making them. And it's a cool piece. It doesn't sound like HHX sound like now, which I think is cool. What else do you want to hear? Anybody want to hear anything in particular, let me know in the chat. This is a cool one too. Another Sabian. This one came to us from our dearly departed Walfredo Reyes. This is from his personal collection. When he passed, we were able to pick up a couple of his cymbals, and he was a Sabian guy. And we have a few of his things to the left in the shop. I don't mark them because you don't really need to know, but other than that, it's a cool cymbal. So this is this was made for Walfredo. It's a custom shop. It's kind of like a leopard ride, but smaller. So it's like it's an 18-inch ride. You can see it's buffed on the bottom, and then on the top, it's just hammered. The bell is not hammered, but it's got that kind of HHX style, small leopard hammering on the top. So again, this is one from the Walfredo Reyes personal collection, and let's hear how it sounds. Kind of exactly how you think it would sound, like, a higher pitched leopard ride. Those are usually 20s. Maybe they made the 22s, but it's usually a 20. And this one was made for him at an 18. Get ready to bet that bell is going to saw your ear off. Here we go. Yes, indeed it does. So if you need something to like cut through the mess. Hey, yes, Walfredo. Alex knows. Alex knows. Alex Aspinall knows for sure. Yeah, that cymbal, man. Let's listen to that bell again and be careful because the bell will take your ear off, and I love it for that, just that purpose. Bam! Man, it's a lot of cymbal. That thing, whew. Yeah, not messing around. I love it for just that purpose. Anyway, cool cymbal from Sabian V Custom Shop. It was made for Walfredo Reyes. It's an 18-inch, and it says V Custom Shop. That there's no other markings on it, but it is most similar to the Leopard, the hand-hammered HH Leopard ride that Sabian made. Not buffed on top, maybe a slight wiping down from the gunk, but totally buffed on the bottom and shiny. Watch out for that bell. It cuts through everything, which is great. What else? Anybody want to hear anything else? We got a few minutes left before we got to move on. Just trying stuff. Let's see. Anybody want to hear anything in particular? Let us know. Here's an interesting one. This is the from Alaturka Cymbals, and they are in Samsun, Turkey. Alaturka, right here. This is the vintage 1997. You might say to yourself, Jason, that looks a lot like the Tony Williams signature cymbal that Istanbul Mehmet makes. And you'd be right. A lot of times what happens with these Turkish companies, you get a guy that worked for one company, and then he learns how to make all the cymbals, and he goes off and starts his own company. That's how you got Istanbul Cymbals. They worked for Zildjian, and then Zildjian left. They're like, we still don't know how to make cymbals, so we're going to start our own company. Istanbul starts, then Agop, and then Agop dies, and then the company splits in two. Then you have Agop, and then you have Mehmet. And then maybe some guys start to work at Mehmet, and they learn how to make the Tony Williams cymbal. And then they're like, wait a second, I can start my own company and make the Tony Williams cymbal, and that's what this is. I'm guessing, I mean, we don't know that for sure, but anyway, here it is. This is the vintage 1997 19-inch crash, 1492 grams. Super cool. That's the Alaturka. Vintage 1997. Boo, 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 boo. Vintage 1997 crash. You can see the up close hammering, very similar to the Tony Williams cymbal made by Istanbul Mehmet. No way. Anyway, now we're just being silly. That's 238 American dollars, which is a steal at for something of this quality. And that sound quality, this build quality, it's a killer cymbal. We just got a couple more minutes. Anybody looking for anything else, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to shut this chat down. The cops are going to come, and we're going to get in trouble. That's not true. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, last one. Let's check out this guy. Last one for today. This is new to us. This is our proprietary Oaktown series. Boom, boom, boom. Can you even see the logo? I don't know. It's hard to see that with the thing. Anyway, it says RSC on it. Not that big of a deal. It's buffed, not lathed, but buffed on the top, kind of shined up, but unlathed and just raw on the bottom. This is a cymbal that we had made for our shop. It's a specific thing that it's our design, and we wanted something that would be kind of quick acting, super fast crash, get out of the way, very modern sounding, and something that, you know, could be gotten for relatively cheap. This is only $202. It's 100% hand hammered B20 bronze. Super cool. Those are the Oaktown series by RSC Cymbals. You can see it. It says right there, RSC. See, it really does say it. Believe me. Anyway, cool cymbal. Meant to be more budget friendly, but still super high quality. B20, our design. Buffed on top, not buffed on bottom. Super quick and trashy. That about concludes today's session. Thank you. Let us know. If you have any questions, hit us up, roundsoundcymbals@gmail.com, or if you need to email any questions, or we'll do this again at some point.